Well, if you saw the video of our storm Eunice, where all our power went out for 51 hours, you'd have seen that my little standby generator, which I bought for princely sum of £50 about 20 years ago, wouldn't start. And we ended up borrowing another one, getting that going, and that got us out the glue. But I'm sort of determined to try and find a way of getting this to go, because even though it's old, it's probably run maybe 5 hours in its life. And broadly, first of all, I used a tester to check that the main switch was working, and then it became clear that probably the coil was dead. The engine flywheel has weights on it and a magnet, which you can just see there, and that then fires off a coil which it bolts on into these two bolts here, which then fires to the plug. And ascertained that that's not actually doing anything. The advice on the internet was good luck finding a replacement, but this one actually had a part number on it. So I googled that, and for a princely sum of £14 I found a supplier of a product which has the same part number. So it comes in a box that says 5-star deluxe, which has got to be good, and in it is a coil with connectors and a high tension cable to the plug. And I have to say, it does look pretty similar. So I'm hoping that we've got the right thing. Okay, so the coil bolts on here. So as you can probably see, there's some adjustment on this, so you have to make sure that there's an air gap between this and the magnet. So the technique is to either use feeler gauges or a piece of cardboard. Okay, so the magnet is actually grabbing the coil. You can see that. So I pull it away, it just pulls back on, and the piece of card is then giving it the right distance apart. So the theory goes, we just tighten it up and that's it properly gapped. Well, I've got it now just gapped properly, and it doesn't bind on the flywheel, which is good. But the problem is I'm still not getting a spark, and I'm perplexed. So in theory, if I do that, which I've probably plugged in, spin this, you'll be getting a nice fat spark, and we're getting nothing. So, could it be the plug that's wrong? Well, I'm completely stumped, because I tried a different plug, or it's not the right size for this one, it's from a strimmer, but again, tried plugging it in, grounding it, no spark. So I was so certain it was going to be that coil, and the only way it works is broadly, as a magnet magnetises it, it excites the coil and the coil sends a spark. There's nothing very magic about them. Well, on the grounds we're trying to eradicate possible causes of this lack of spark, first thing I'm going to do is test the spark plug. So here's a brand new plug. It's not the right size, and it may not be long enough to make contact in the connector. So this is with the multimeter on resistance, so 20k ohms, and what I'm trying to do is make sure that there's a resistance between the tip and the metal tip in here, because there's a resistor in here, and it should be sort of around 10k. So I'm just trying to hit the center of this connector here, and I think you can see that's reading 9.6, nice and steady, 9.6, 9.56 ohms, and that's 1000 ohms, so 9000 ohms, which is good. So here's the existing plug, which I'm going to do the same thing. Taking its little cap off just in case there's a problem there. So again, I'm going to try and hit that there. And I don't think you can see, what I'm getting is kind of variable figures. So that sort of suggests this plug's knackered. Well, we've got a new plug in it and the new coil, and so it's the moment of truth. See if it'll actually start. The hybrid electric start system. Switch is on. And here we go. Choke. Quite relieved that it's not working. It's never run that smoothly before, so I think there's always been a problem with the coil. Whenever I've run it before, it's hunted and been difficult to start, so I think hopefully we'll now keep it maintained regularly and we'll never have a power cut again.